All right, everybody. It's 3 o'clock p.m. It's time for Sopo Saturday. How y'all folks doing? Hey, Jay. Hey, Kat. What's up? How y'all all doing today? Been kind of slow today for me. About to hit the gym after I do the show around 4, so I'll be getting there kind of late. Just been working on the new channel for the most part. I figure ad rates would be kind of low or pretty high for this weekend, so may as well take the extra time to get things done. There probably won't be a show tomorrow because I gotta head out of town, so. Well, what type of business did you wish to speak there anyway? I'm just curious. Hey, Kaizen, what's up? I think the only thing I was going to review was Kali Muscle's pineapple diet, and that was going to be just about it. But if you guys want me to review something else, that's pretty cool as well. Of course, we don't have the viewers pick today because this is only an hour show, but in case you guys are wondering what I'm drinking, water. That's it. I'm at work. Saying that he makes a six-figure income. Well, that's nice. Why does he not look like he makes a six-figure income? It doesn't matter if he's a millionaire. He's still going to be an ugly fuck, you know. My goal is passive income, not just a temporary hit. There's been plenty of years where I've made a six-figure income. I definitely didn't make it this year because I invested a lot in my business, but so what? Well, you guys need to wait until the Wednesday show. Yeah, Kali Muscle seems to be eating a lot of fruit and not in a exactly good way. I don't know what's wrong with him. Now he has a chocolate is fruit. I'm probably going to just skip videos altogether, review, and just do this as a regular Q&A. What is a six-figure income anyway? If you get a paycheck for $100,000, once you take out taxes, you're going to probably end up with maybe $60,000 or $50,000 to spend. Well, I mean, he could eat meat, actually. It's just that he needs to get treated for the digestive issue. Now, like I said before, I don't give out medical advice. That person needs to consult with a doctor and find out what he can eat and what he can't eat, you know? Because there's different levels of that, actually. How would a bottom correctly prepare his hole for penetration? Probably bite down on a stick or something. Boxing McCluck wouldn't even be a challenge. He doesn't know how to fight. He's never been in a fight, obviously. The only people that know medicine is a doctor that graduated, you know, a physician, someone who has been educated, and a pharmacist would know medicine too, obviously. But, you know, if you didn't go to college for it, if you do not have a degree, you know, I wouldn't trust the person that's giving out the advice. Hey, Pug Man, what's up, dude? I was up there just chewing the fat. Was going to let you know we're probably not going to have a Sunday hangover tomorrow because I got to head out of town. So, thoughts on genetic beasts going from eating mass amounts of fruits to being a straight up carnivore? I mean, the carnivore diet, for the most part, Matt, is a fad diet. So he's just taking a fad diet. Once he gets tired of eating all that meat, then he'll probably switch back. I have to admit, Sean Baker, who endorses that carnivore diet, he's balls to the walls with it. But it's hard to maintain eating all that grease. And I think even that, I can't remember the Asian guy's name who was on that carnivore diet. I think he's actually gotten off of it recently. Well, Donald, you have to always remember if you don't knock out the champ, you know you have a 50% chances of losing. You know, never let the judges decide. You know, a contest bout. You know, that's what Francis's mistake was. He didn't finish the job. You know, and when it came to the judges, you know, he left it in the hands of the judges. So next time he should just beat the sense out of him. I mean, there definitely will be a rematch. I don't really have a current training routine because I'm training more now than I was now that I'm on the seep. So I'm just doing a combination of things, whether it's full body or half body one day, bottom body the other day. I was doing 3 full body workouts, but now that I'm working out more, I'm splitting up the routines. I think you should always have a balanced diet. I mean, the vegan diet, here's the thing. I'd rather be on the vegan diet than a carnivore diet, but both of them are very bad for your health. I mean, the carnivore diet in itself, you got all that cholesterol and all that stuff's going to clog up your arteries and everything, you know. Then the vegan diet, you know, you're going to end up with things like malnutrition, regardless as to what my cousin says. Maintaining a vegan diet is so difficult that, you know, most people will fuck it up, you know. Yeah, I think my cuz Pugman recently debated with Speakeasy. I don't know who the guy is really. I do have another debate on, but that's for my other channel with someone who wants to hash it out with me. No, I'm going out of town working there, Athens. Got to pay the bills there, you know. And yes, I understand it's Sunday, but you know, you don't really get to pick your days sometimes, you know. Duty calls. Cat, don't say that again. Be respectful of Robzilla, alright? Don't go and put that out there again. Robzilla was an alright dude. You know, we did a dedication live stream just for him there, you know. But, you know, of the dead, speak only good, my friend. It doesn't matter who they are. Of the dead, speak only good. Unless it's Hitler. Or, yeah. Is the area of Mexico you want in the vacation safe? Yes. Meridia is the second safest city in the world, actually. I mean, I wouldn't move anywhere else. I mean, most of the place is a shithole. You know, a lot of run. It's a pretty rundown area, Matt. But a lot of expats are there, and there's a lot of stuff to do. You know, my whole goal really is not to sit out on the beach with a mai tai. I just want a different change of pace. You know, I want to be able to, you know, have a cigar, play some pool, eat some tacos or something. You know, and just chill out. I mean, they got a lot of good. I mean, it's just It's a developing area, Matt. There's great opportunities for some real estate. I mean, they're selling two-bedroom houses down there for like $20,000. You know, I put about $8,000, fix them up, and you're good. I mean, there are a lot of housing differences in Mexico that you have to deal with. You know, the houses don't come with any kitchen shelving and stuff like you normally see in a regular house. But for all its quirks, it's, you know, you can work around it. Yeah, they got some beaches there. But the area that I'm going to be in is Los Herreros. Herreros, excuse me. So it's not a, like I said, it's pretty run down where it's at, you know. But, you know, before I buy anything, I'm going to go down there and check it out. And then, not only that, I got to get my Espanol up. So I'm going to take a couple classes, you know, watch about a couple hours of Telemundo every day. You know, watch a little Bumblebee, like, ay, 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 and stuff. And, you know, I should be good with that, you know. I'm not moving. It's just going to be like a vacation spot for me, Pugman, you know. Just to get out of the country, you know, and just chill out somewhere for about a month or so. I mean, I own my house here and my property and everything. Well, I'm still paying on the land under it, but I own my house and everything. So I'm definitely not going to. There's no need for me to relocate down to Mexico because, you know, I want to make sure I still have my roots here, you know, so whenever I go home and spend time. So what I'm looking at there, Pugman, is maybe spending a month or two down there every year and then come back here for 10 months or so. Or just go down there during the winter time, you know. Whenever it hits like you know, November around here, you know, fly down to Mexico and stay there maybe until March or something, you know. Content, it's not something I'm going to really ask, you know. I'm going to be respectful for his family, but eventually I think Big Lenny will let us all know. I think Big Lenny knows, and Brad does. No, I'm not afraid of the cartels. I'm more afraid of living in certain areas. I grew up in the projects. It's a lot more dangerous down there. Remember, you can die anywhere, folks. You know. You can't be afraid of living here, you know. When it's your time to go, it's going to be your time to go, you know. Exactly, Pugman. That's why I still want to make sure I have the roots down here. So, and then I'm still going to be living there enough to where I'm paying taxes. As long as I'm paying taxes in the U.S. and making money, you know, I'm going to be fine with that. You know. But what I was saying is, there's a bunch of expats that are going down to that particular area. I mean, I can show you something here. Give me just a minute. This is my. I had an old buddy, Cortez Ross. He used to do the T-shirt millions, but he decided he screwed up his life there. Bank account, didn't do any savings. Decided to move to Mexico, and he got a couple of properties and stuff. So He now runs a channel, so I hooked up with him not too long ago. And whenever I drop down there, I'll drop down there. So, hey. But this is his channel right here, the Cortez Ross here, and he makes videos of, he does real estate in Mexico. He's got a pretty nice house and everything. So, yeah, check out his channel sometimes. There, he's a cool guy, And not only that, the biggest thing is he's a trustworthy guy. He don't, he's gonna tell it like it is as far as to what you got to deal with down there. I mean, he was even arrested down there one time. So, and he talked about that. Anyone that's gonna go and give you the real word as far as to how Mexico really is down there, that's someone you could trust. If someone's up there sugarcoating it, saying it's like paradise and everything like that, that's one thing. But he drives around in those rundown spots. He goes and tells what you're going to need, and stuff. He talked about how he got locked up there for a couple days and everything and what to watch out for. You ain't here for my rant? Okay. Adios. You can chill out for about 15 minutes. Yeah, check out Cortez here. So, he's a good guy. But yeah, I'm not going to do any videos today. I was going to do Collie Muscle, but I'm not feeling like it right now. Like I said, I'm still pretty tired from yesterday traveling. And then I got to go back out again. And then Monday I got to go back out again. So, a lot of running around, folks. I've never been there before. That's why I need to go there, But as far as me going to Mexico, I'm not worried about cartels or anything like that, McCluck's trying to just get some attention, Mr. Meme King. I mean, his only claim to fame really is just getting into a little, a boxing match with Jay Masters, which lasted all of 2 minutes before Jay Masters pulled a muscle. Yes, definitely thank Pugman, folks. Oh, Jay, you didn't hear what he said. I didn't block him. I just put him in timeout for 15 minutes. He needed a little siesta, man, Some people in life want to be the star of the show. I got news for you. There's no stars. And if you think you're a star on this live stream, you're going to be seeing stars, Even I'm not the stars. I mean, this is a collective, folks. When I do a live stream, even though I'm the one speaking, all of us are speaking. We're all fellow piss troopers, we hang out and chew the fat, and that's all there is to it. There's no stars. This may be my show, and I may put on everything, but remember, a conversation is a two-way street. If I got on the live stream, what am I going to do? I'm going to go talk to myself or something? I have to have someone to talk to. So it's a two-way street when it comes to live streams, You're as big of a part of this live stream, of my live streams, as I am, so. Just some stupid stuff. Don't worry about it. When he comes back, maybe he might be able to behave a little bit. No, I don't. I don't do no smoking there, Matt. No smoking. I had a little cigar this morning with my coffee before I got to work there. But like I said, folks, I told you guys that I was going to start going back to doing outside work and everything. And eventually full time stuff. And part of that is just to put more money up for retirement, plain and simple. I mean, I could sit at home, and I've been sitting at home for about a year and a half. I mean, I can pay the bills. That's not a problem at all. Uh, but there's a lot of good job opportunities out there that I could take advantage of, put some money in for retirement. Because if I go and work and I make $2,000, that's 2,000 I can put in the bank. I don't need to spend any of it. You know what I'm saying? So I work for a year for 50,000. That's straight up 50,000 in the bank. Just some customer service consulting work. That's really it. Uh, it's really more to help out a friend, of course, but at the same time, I get a little bit of pocket change for it there, Pug Man. No, I definitely debate McCuck. I debate on how stupid it is. Bro, team, there probably won't be a Social Security by the time I retire. I mean, you're talking about. I mean, I still got like 19 years left before. Well, no, I take that back. I have 16 years left before I can claim for retirement. I think the earliest you could do it is for 62. But I'm always going to be working anyway, so I'm always going to be doing websites and stuff. Well, in 20 years, who knows what's going to be around? I mean, seriously. Be some sort of space shit or something. Yep, customer gains. I mean, life would be a lot easier if they finally decide to put some freaking cable out here. That would be awesome. What would you recommend for someone that wants to learn how to drive but has a shitload anxiety? I would suggest that they use a driving simulator before getting into an actual car and use that for about a year. There are plenty of them around here. We got a downtown in Greenville, we got a VR place to where you can learn to drive virtually. And once you drive virtually and everything like that, that's going to give people the confidence in order to actually, just drive regularly. Well, we'll see how she does in court there, that guy. But it should be good mints as far as Joni's concerned. I'm training all over the place, that guy. I was doing 3 full body workouts, but now that I got this Seepinate, I just go in the gym more often, and I'm just hitting what I hit there. I mean, I'm gonna go into the gym in about an hour or so. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna hit legs or arms or chest or so. I may just hit everything. I may just hit legs. It's kind of cool there. I mean, I've definitely stepped up the volume as far as training is concerned. Yeah, there's plenty of driving simulators now. I mean, they had them in my time, but now they're a lot more complex. I mean, they got these race car simulators as too. So, I mean, it's just nuts. I mean, it's a little expensive to use these simulators, but I think it's worth it. But generally speaking, as far as my training split's concerned, my goal is just to get training in, just to get that workout in, you know. That's all. And soak in the hot tub and stuff. That guy, both of those, they'll kiss and make up. Don't think of anything on that. They're gonna kiss and make up and they'll be fine again. They're just having some temporary beefs. That's it. It's nothing to worry about. Oh, actually, I highlighted the wrong channel. Hold on a minute, folks. I'm sorry. This here, this is actually Cortez's channel, Move Along and Thrive. He has the old Cortez channel still, but this here is his actual channel. So y'all check that out. I mean, like I said, he does real estate in Mexico and he tells all the ins and outs. So my bad on that. When it comes to the weekends, Donald, I don't really have so much of a set time, but usually it's going to be in the early afternoons. There's no set times on the weekends, just on the weekdays for the most part. The only truly set times is Earl Grey Tuesday and the midnight run. That guy, the way things are looking right now, probably not. I think that it's over with. I think it's too. I mean, every time I say it's a little too late for the Misfits or so forth, and then they go and meet and they begin to make amends, and then they start fighting again. Speaking of fighting, I think it's back on like Donkey Kong with Israel and Palestine. Let me check the news real quick. I think they're back to hurling bombs at each other. Yep, they're back at it. You got to remember, Brad's doing his own thing. He's living his own life at this point in time. As far as I know, he has the whole Delray Misfits thing in the rear view mirror. You know. Well, I wouldn't say Superman blood or anything like that. He's got good genetics. What can you say? I mean, literally speaking, he's lobbed every possible thing in his body. He eats horrible. I mean, I've seen what he eats in the morning, and I mean just looking at it clogs up my arteries. And you guys remember what his apartment looked like, and he's still alive. I mean, and you got people that have drunk nothing but wheatgrass, and they die of a heart attack in their 20s. You know, Big Lenny is an example of someone with superior genetics. Because if I ate the same thing or did the same thing as Big Lenny did, I'd be long dead, folks. I definitely couldn't do what Big Lenny was doing. The United States will never reinstate the draft. We're going into a age to where we're gonna have robots fighting the wars, sort of like Skynet and shit. But to be honest with you, I think wars as a whole is going to end in maybe 50 or 75 years. I don't know. It's just my prediction. I won't be around to know whether it comes true or not. The only thing that's the one thing I have to say whenever I look at someone that's in their 20s, I think, God, this kid that's 20 years old, he's going to be able to live to see the future as far as food is concerned, and I'm not going to be around because I'm 46, and stuff. And then I see kids being born, in 2023. Just imagine they're gonna live to the year 2100. Isn't that insane? They're gonna live to the year 2100. They'll be what 70. So they'll be 77 years old when the year is 2100. And it's not something. I mean, I would love to know what would happen in the year 2100, but I guess at the same time, people probably wondered the same thing that whenever I was born in 77. Remember, the cycle of time is still going to, time is going to march on that guy. Lenny does have superior genetics, but eventually it's going to catch up to him. But that's not always true. That guy, he could. I mean, he could. He can have one of those wheatgrass diets, and he could die. He could have died in his 20s. It's really unpredictable. That's a fun thing about life. Life is just unpredictable. I mean, with everything that Lenny has done, he should be dead, but he isn't. So the only thing you can say is just genetics, but those genetics are going to catch up with them eventually. I mean, look at his last hospital stay. I mean, it's catching up with him. So do I agree with Sean G's sentiment about the world would be blown up in the near future? No. The world will never be blown up. In fact, in about 40 or 50 years, we'll be traveling in space. We'll be living on other planets. We'll have a spot on the moon, and stuff. We'll be living on the moon. We'll be traveling to other planets. We're going to have it figured out in 50 years, folks. And Lord knows if I'm alive, which would make me like 96, I'll probably be like, good job there, you whippersnapper. Where's my apple pudding, goddammit? That's how I'd be at 96. I don't know who that person is. Breezilu? That's a weird name. Must be a youngin'. Brianna Lucero, excuse me. Very athletic. Looks like she hikes a bunch. But she looks like a good fitness competitor. So, yeah, she's alright. I would rate her a 7, actually. Well, he's in a bad spot right now. I mean, he's fighting with his ex-wife or so forth on his kids. He's washing windows. I think he got in a little trouble recently. Alabama or Georgia? Alabama. I think Alabama's got it. Well, I'm glad you learned your lesson, Cat. I don't like doing that or anything like that, but you knew you were gonna get it, man. So. Oh, guys, did y'all get this here in the mail? They sent $1 with it, but I think it's a scam. It says from the U.S. Food and Drug Administrator. They say I can access a survey. The only problem is this web address. It's not to a GOV website, so got to be careful of things like that. Really. Where's Jay Masters? I mean, if he's still driving a truck there, I mean, he's probably out on the road. I don't keep up too much with. I mean, Big Lenny live streams every day, so it's easy to keep up with him. But Jay, he's kind of sporadic as far as streaming is concerned. Mm. Mm. He did a live talking about how he lost 35,000, blew up his trading options account. We're talking about Jay, right? That guy. What the hell does he know about trading? I mean, I rarely trade, but that's only I only need I that's only through the advisement of others. I'll be the first to admit I'm not smart enough to trade effectively. I've tried to trade effectively by myself, and I didn't lose any money or anything. I made a little money, but I was so freaking nervous about doing it. I, it's definitely not going to be a position I wish to be in the future. There's actually a video on YouTube to where someone on Robinhood lost like $50,000. Let me see if I could find it. It's a little short. Watch this, dear folks. I'm going to show y'all guys as far as trading is concerned. Look at this shit right here. This is going to blow your mind. Watch this. And the worst thing about it is that he borrowed money and now he's down like 4,800. This is what happens when you're well over your head and you don't have the smarts to do something. Look at this here. I don't know what the hell he was doing with the short, but y'all gonna love this here. There's a soul leaving his body. Oh. That was all in about a minute's time. Woo, boy. That's how dangerous trading is. Literally speaking, that is that's how dangerous trading is. You go and mess around with trying to trade and you don't have the education or experience. I mean, trading in itself is already gambling. You know what I mean? It's trying to predict something that'll happen in the future. But, and you can limit your exposure by predicting the market properly and getting advice and having some leads and everything. But if you just go out there with your nuts hanging out and stuff, with your wiener out, it's your wiener's going to get cut off. It's going to be served on a hot dog with mustard and ketchup. Oh, Sean G losing it. No, I was beginning to say because someone mentioned Jay Masters. I'm like, what does he know about it? But well, the same thing still applies for Sean. He has no business trading. I mean, the game is the game. So Sean's just gonna have to wash and wipe a couple of more windows. Jay is in relapse in his mom's house and barely holding down a job at Publix. I wonder if Janoy got him a job or if he's working with him. I wish all the best for him there. It's not a good position to be in. I know Big Lenny's living with his mom, if I'm not mistaken, too. So, unless he moved or so. But it's hard to be in that position at his age and stuff. I mean, my mom won't let me move back in. I mean, I've not lived with my mom since I was 18. Packed my bags and headed out to Fort Jackson. Didn't stay too long. Came back home and got a studio apartment in downtown Asheville. No, it isn't quick pump. You just need to be smart about your trading. If you're not a trader, you need to go to a financial consultant or financial analysis. I'll be the first to admit, and I'm not afraid to say this, but I'm too stupid to trade. I'm not smart enough to regularly be a day trader. I've tried it before, and what I mean, it's I'm not saying in a word that where I need to get on a little short bus or something like that. What I mean is that if I go out and trade, I would get lucky for the most part, and I would have some predictions, but I would have me trading regularly, I would have a greater chance of losing a whole bunch of money than actually winning money. Fortunately, I've never been in a position where I've lost money per se because I've been very cautious with it and done only sure deals. But Lord knows, even with those sure deals, I just don't have the nerves to regularly day trade. But hey, at least I tried, and I didn't fuck up. I don't know, Jay. I don't know. 4,800. I don't know. Would you let Sean G interview you like he does in the park? I mean, I would chit chat with him. He probably isn't smarter than me. I'm pretty much more than sure he's not smarter than me. But here's the thing: there's a difference between book knowledge and wisdom. I don't go up to anyone and say, "Hey, I'm smarter than you" or so forth. I mean, that's what I consider a level of arrogance. You know, when you go and say that you're smarter than someone. But I can confidently say I'm smarter than McCluck. And part of the reason is that he lacks any self-awareness. I mean, because I'm sure people have told him a million times that, posting a 3-second meme with someone else's content doesn't mean shit. Not only that, the only way he's actually working is that he's doing actual manual labor. He doesn't understand, you know, the idea of making money work for you rather than you working for the money. You just dropped some acid? Why would you do something crazy like that, Lamar? Say no to drugs, okay? Just remember, folks, nobody is better than somebody else. Nobody. And I really hate it when people talk like that, you know, saying I'm better than you. But folks, we got like 15 minutes left, so get your questions in. If you want to make a little donation, you certainly can, but we're going to close this biatch out. We're going to close out the Soul Pole Saturday in about 15 minutes. Let's get the music playing. Oops. Lamar with a $3 donation. Dude, you got to get off that. Don't do any acid. That stuff ain't good for you. Chatter Normie. I would say genetic trash. Literally. Well, let's pull up the chart and see. Give me just a minute. That's a good question. Hold on. Where's my trusty old chart that I keep with me? Here we go. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. This ain't working. Hold on. There we go. So, not a Slayer, not a Chad. Now this is an incel right here. And McCluck is a lot more uglier than these guys. So that's why I would put him down here in the genetic trash section. I mean, this is a normie right here, and McCluck definitely is not a normie. And an incel definitely looks better than a McCluck, so yeah, McCluck falls into that genetic trash. The bottom 14.9 of all males. Hope that helps. Black people don't fit on this chart. I mean, we're mandingos, you know. Most blacks like me, I fall under, black people fall under a different chart. So I would be considered a mandingo. Just a big strong nigga. Knocks out people. I don't rape or rip off people like Mike Tyson, but you guys get the point. Is that fair dinkum with you guys? Lamar with another $2 donation. 100 cunt nugget. Okay. Thanks again for the donation. I wonder if there is a chart for black folks. I mean, we're kind of informal with that shit, you know? What the heck is this? Hang tight. Maybe there is a chart. Transcell, Thirsty Guy, Incel, Simp, Normie. I think that Mark Zuckerberg falls under the Incel. A Brad, I guess that's a black Chad. And then that's not a Chad. That's a model Chad. Sugar Daddy, Chad Incel, Tyrone, Femcel. Well, I know what a Becky is and a Stacy. That's just horrible. It's amazing what's out there on the internet. Well, that guy, people change, you know. That it is what it is, and what it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. What is this? Oh my god. You know, there's a lot of stupid stuff on the internet. No problem. You're gonna be alright there, Lamar. Just stay off the acid and stuff. You gotta really get off that stuff. You don't want to be messing with things like that. Alright, folks, 10 minutes left. Get your questions in. I think I'm gonna grab something to eat before I hit the gym. I'm a little hungry. All I had today was just oatmeal. I still got half of that stuff. I cook overnight stone ground oatmeal and stuff. Or steel cut oats, excuse me. So I'm going to eat half of that, and I got to put some sort of meat with it. I think I got some chicken or something. Some grilled... Oh, yeah, I got that grilled chicken. I can have that.
Call me Rico Strong or Brian Pumper.
Lamar with a $3 donation. All right, Papa. Incredible wet booze and... Well, not really. You got to think Patrick Swayze, he drunk a lot, and I mean, he was a chain smoker. It's all about mentality as far as, and as well as activities. Although Patrick Swayze did die of cancer. Up to the point to where his cancer really started getting to him. I mean, he always had the looks. He's welcome to be racist there. I mean, you got to remember, it's easier to say something to someone on the internet than to say it to someone's face. McCuck has to know he can't beat me in a fight. I'm way bigger and stronger and a lot more muscular. And I'm much more maneuverable than Jay Masters. I move fast, real fast. Not only that, I have the tendency to where I don't hesitate to punch someone. If I'm going to go and do something to somebody, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk up to them and that's it. Someone like McCluck would just hesitate. And I would use that to my advantage. Would I pair and fitness McCluck? He's not worth it. McCluck would have to make a video about me that lasts longer than 5 minutes. You got to understand, Perrin, he spent like an hour and a half making a video about me. Of course, now all of his stuff is taken down, so we'll never see those mints again. So, I wonder if it was ever saved or not. That would be minty to see some of his crap again. He had a 300-pound trucker come. He can't fight. He can't fight because he's never been in a fight. Not a real fight. Me, I've been in wars. I mean, I'm not talking Blaha type wars, but I mean, I've had people try to kill me in prison, you know, working. All for, you know, all just to get 11.15 an hour. I hate fighting. Fighting, like I said before, fighting hurts. Even if you hit someone, you know what I mean, and you win the fight, your hand's gonna hurt. And then you gotta soak it in ice, you know. There's not a way to hit someone effectively without hurting your hand. If you don't hurt your hand, then you're not hitting hard enough. Just keeping it real with you, folks. When you go and truly beat up someone, it's gonna hurt. When you kick someone in the leg, your leg is going to hurt. It's going to be bruised, you know. This is just the way it is. Fighting hurts. You have to understand, bone is not meant to hit face, you know. Do you need a hand for that gaffer paste? Oh, boy. Yeah, look. Yeah, I think I'll have that good meal, and then I'll hit the gym, folks.
Budded crumble aggregate.
Lamar with another $3 donation. Oh, boy. You crazy today, man. McCluck looks like a guy that's in the Discord. I mean, he is ugly as hell there, that's for sure. But we'll let him do his little thing. My overall, I don't know how many times have I been asked what are my overall thoughts on Sam Sulik. I think he's a good kid. He has a good channel, and, you know, you've never heard Sam say anything bad about anyone. He pretty much ignores all the haters and stuff, so. Which is the way you should live. You know? It really is. But folks, it is now 4 o'clock p.m. That is the end of Super Bowl Saturday. I want to thank Lamar for donating. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me this Saturday. Now y'all go on and get out of here. Enjoy the weekend. Like I said, we probably won't have a show tomorrow because I got to go out of town work. But you guys will catch up with me on Tuesday for Earl Grey Tuesday. So other than that, folks, the Great One is signing out. And as always, peace and soul.